You see, right now, you might look at this place and you think it's so cool, it's so wet, it's so rainy. Lynn, when we came here, it was dry. So dry. It was hitting 45 degrees on the ground. Basically, I remember us bringing our friends and they were like, you guys are crazy. Nothing can grow here. What are you trying to do?
Do you apply any chemicals, and how do you make sure that whatever is reaching me as the end consumer is safe for me to consume?
We don't use any chemicals on our plantains. Wow. It's water, manure.
Purely
what
organic.
Purely organic. What we are feeding the dorpers, we don't use chemicals and whatnot. We wanted to make sure whatever we are comfortable eating, it's what we are bringing to the market.
How has it been, your life partner being your business partner as a couple?
For the most part, it's smooth. So anytime, even if we disagree on something, there's that grace you're extending someone. I know you want what's best for us. I know you want what's best for the farm. So yeah, it has been smooth. Yeah. I think most of the people who have given up on farming just took the 1L and they were like, no,
this ain't it.
I can't do this. Take the lessons where you have to take the lessons.
You move on.
If you have some wins, if they are balancing, well and good.
Well and good. When I met Kellen and Sam, I immediately knew their story was going to inspire a lot of people. Today, their farm is full of life, beautiful plantains, dorper sheep, has avocados, bulls, chickens, and you can genuinely feel the work and patience that went behind it all. But this farm was not always like this. A few years ago, this was just bare land. Straight from campus, Sam, a mechanical engineer, and his wife Kellen, a literature teacher, made a decision that many people around them probably did not fully understand at the time. They chose to invest in the soil, and slowly, one day at a time, they got to work. They planted, they made mistakes, some things worked, others failed, and in the process, they learned, adjusted, and kept going. They watched tiny plants grow into something meaningful, and over time, what started as an idea has now become the edibles, a trusted source of plantains and a farm that has completely changed their lives. Today, farming is not just something they do, it has become a real source of income, purpose, and fulfillment for their family. And as always, I hope when we're listening to their story, we will be able to learn and relearn from their journey. But before we get there, I want to say thank you so much for the feedback you gave us on Kelvin's episode on his dairy farming journey. Love to see that this episode has really inspired many people, and I hope I can continue connecting you with more people who are going to encourage you to reclaim your identity through the soil. For now, let's listen in to Kellen and Sam's story.
This is the Other Edibles farm. Here we focus on avocado farming. We do plantain, we do dorper sheep, we do chicken as well. Just kidogo. Yeah. So just in case you're wondering where you are at Moya, Kirinyaga County. Yeah.
And thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to document this journey with you. Honestly, I think I'm meeting a lot of people who are inspiring me. I see you and your partner doing incredible things in the farm, which is absolutely amazing. But I always say the journey, right now people are seeing maybe few things that have happened, but there must have been a journey. Okay. So maybe can we start with your inspiration? What was your inspiration to owning a farm?
Okay, so basically, let me tell you, Lynn, yes, this has been so crazy, the journey and all that, because while we were in campus, that's when we met with my husband. Yeah. And I was telling him that I would like 1,000 acres of land full of grapes and a house in the middle. Hey. That was the dream.
All right.
So we were thinking about winery and all that. And you know, that's a lot. Yeah. So when it came to what to do, we knew we wanted to do something to do with farming. And when you are two people and you are aligned in the same direction, it becomes so easy. So it was just a dream. We didn't know we'd be here, but oh well. Here we are.
Yeah. Let me, you've said something very important. Both of you knew, so there was alignment, right?
Yeah.
What made you realize, or what made him realize, this is a girl I can do life with, or this is a man I can do life with?
Probably, you know, when you're talking, you listen to the tiny nitty-bitties of things that someone is saying. And when you realize like your dream is aligning, then you know, then this is like heaven sent. So yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now how many years later?
More than 10 years.
Together.
Yeah.
Aligned.
Completely.
All right. Good. Let's go deeper. We have a theme on the platform.
Okay.
It's called Reclaiming Our Identity Through the Soil. Because by this time you are talking about this dream, you are in campus, right? But we have come to a point where we've been told maybe lands, sometimes there's this stereotype, or there's this narrative being driven around that land is equal to, lakini there are other things we can venture in. Why land for you? Why farming?
First of all, you have the dream. So when you're working towards the dream, it's so much easier, especially when you already have the clarity. This is what I want. And then when you get to visit people, see what they are doing, then you get to see how the farm it's just cool, know the hardships in the city, the busy life there. So it was like, it just clicks. After campus, after graduating, we knew this is what we want. So we had, I think those times they were different because we had a lot of gigs which are online based and whatnot. So we got into that, and you know, me with my husband, we always go, it's go big or go home. Yeah, there is no any other. The motto is go big or go home. So we really went into it knowing that what we want, it's capital, because we would like to own land, we would like to farm. Yeah, we would not always want to be cooped up in the city. So we really did a lot. We were working, I remember we were working Lynn 24/7, no break. I'm telling you, we it's so crazy that I remember now, because you know, we rarely saw the light because we were always indoors working like crazy. And then we happened to have an auntie who lives around, and anytime we were passing by, we would see the lands which have been fenced, very huge chunks of land, and we were like, this is what we'd want. I think my auntie took that very seriously and to heart, because the first moment she got a big piece of land, she was on our case like, guys, I have this land, you have to come see it. And yeah, we came, we fell in love with the place, and yeah, basically we bought the land.
Okay.
Actually, this was our first piece of land where we have farmed plantains, which we did not invest in. We came to invest in it much later. We first developed other pieces of land. Yeah. So at the end, it was basically, it's not just these. We have other farms, which we do different things.
All right.
So when we saw that, we purchased. And now the big question was, what do we invest in? Yeah. So at that time, I think right now it's so easy to do your research because most of the people have the YouTube videos and whatnot. I can just easily catch an episode on the show, and then I'll know where to start. Because at that time, people were not really talking about farming. So we struggled to get any information on that. We were diving, we are not getting any information we want. Then we set now to visit other people, and that's when we landed in avocado farming. That was our big first project.
All right.
At that time there was not a lot, but we got the information we got and we moved from there. So our first step, when we realized when we were doing the avocado farming, was first we needed to outsource very good seedlings, because as they say, first of all, the seedling is the key.
Yes.
If you get good seedlings, then you're good to go. The first step, not really good to go, but you have basically aced the first step.
It's important. Yeah,
it's very important. So we outsourced seedlings. We were outsourcing at Isinya, at Kakuzi, because we had done our research and it showed those are the best seedlings, avocado seedlings. Yeah, so we took that, we started farming. Remember, this is our first project.
Yeah.
We have never farmed anywhere. My husband and I, nobody has ever farmed. So we dug the hole 2 by 2 by 2. And then, okay, nowadays there is so much information that you're supposed to fill the hole and then you plant on a higher level. We didn't do that.
Mukarusha tu uko chini.
Tulipanda uko chini. At that time also, one of the challenges we had, we didn't have water.
Yeah.
You see, right now, you might look at this place and you think it's so cool, it's so wet, it's so rainy. Lynn, when we came here, it was dry. So dry. It was hitting 45 degrees on the ground. And yeah, it was so hot.
Okay. So hot.
And everything was so dry.
Yes.
Because basically I remember us bringing our friends and they were like, you guys are crazy. Nothing can grow here. What are you trying to do? We took the leap of faith and planted. The first mistake was planting the avocados without water source. You know, we had some people who are trying to dig a well, and we thought maybe by the time we plant, the well will be complete, we'll have enough water. Oh, and to us, there was no water. The avocados are here. The sun is too hot. This is in 2021, December.
Yes.
It was so hot. I remember my dad coming and then he was like, oh my God, guys, what are you going to do?
Oh, yeah.
Can you just try and drill a borehole?
Yes.
So yeah, so we had hope the well would do, but it failed completely. So we had
And the seeds are already on the...
Yeah, they are. They are actually starting to dry. They are even starting to dry now, because that's why my dad is coming and he's like, oh my God, guys, can you try and buy water from trucks? At least you feed these trees some water, because they are gone. Yeah, so we were adamant about the borehole, but we took the leap of faith and we dug the borehole. Yeah, we elevated the tanks. We had an expert come and do the drip irrigation for us. Mark, that time it was so hard to find guys who are doing drip irrigation. But we got a very nice man who came through for us.
Yes.
Everything works for a purpose, because this guy taught us how to do drip irrigation, such that by the time we are coming to establish plantain field, we were doing the drip irrigation for ourselves.
Oh, wow.
So he did the irrigation and our seedlings started getting water.
Yeah.
Of course, we did lose a few trees because of the sun, which was okay, but we replaced. So avocados now are doing good. Yeah. So at this point, you can see when you're passing just a tiny tree is growing. You know, the joy that comes with experiencing that, you seeing that tree grow. Lynn, I'm telling you.
Tell me. you know, let me tell you, you see at our farm, and it's funny that you're saying that, because Juicy, we were actually eating carrots at the farm. They've not yet matured, but the joy of just seeing like, oh my God, ini carrots, and then mwenyewe, and then there's a kabata nut. I don't know kalitokea wapi. Man, we opened, and then there's a whole kabata nut there. We are like, guy, that joy, you can't compare it to something else. It's actually becoming my favorite thing in life right now. Every time you are passing and you see something coming up, it gives you a lot of joy. But please continue.
Yeah, and you get so much joy by just seeing the little things. You know, you just see a shoot and it makes your day. Yeah. So at this point, we are still trying to balance work, farm. And you know, what people don't talk about is when you're starting a farm, the capital, it requires a lot of capital. Yes. And guys, it's like every time you're just chucking money, there's no money coming.
Me, I don't know if our editor can find that meme. There's a meme me and my partner we saw the other day. You're just counting money, and then before you finish counting, sure, all of it.
Oh yeah. Of course, I think that time we were much younger. You can imagine So also the people you're giving the job to do the job, they are undermining you. They are doing some shoddy work. People took advantage of us so much at that point, but it's okay.
School fees has to be paid.
It has to, we understand. But yeah, we started that. And by the way, speaking of that, my young brother came at that point in the farm and he was like, guys, I see the vision here. I think we should start recording. And that's, we have actually journaled our farm from everything we have done from the beginning. We have a YouTube channel which we have.
Well, what's the name?
Because
so people can, our audience can.
Okay, it's called The Edibles,
Yes.
just like the name of our farm.
Okay.
What we thought when we were journaling that, we really struggled to find any information on anything. So how about we make it easy for the next person? If you can come and go with us through the journey, then you can learn a few things which they were not
Yes.
readily available at the point. Also at that point when we were doing the research, most of the people who were growing avocados, they were in a very different climatical condition, and this place was so hot, so there was no really information of how to take care of your plants in hot climate. But we faced them along the way, and yeah, the farm is doing amazing right now. Yeah.
Let me go back to avocados. I know we are going to move into plantains and the dorper sheep and the rest of the things happening. But you've mentioned, of course, capital intensive, the mistake of water, etc. What other two key challenges did you face around the crop in terms of diseases? Or now if you were to do it from scratch, what would you do differently?
You know, now at this point, you know, throughout the journey, at that point when we were starting, we didn't really involve an agronomist, but we later came to involve an agronomist. The soil was tested. We found out what was missing.
Yes.
Because that is something that most people forgo, but it's very, very important. When you're really, especially when it's something large scale, you need to involve an agronomist so that at least you can know your soil has these minerals, it's lacking these minerals, this is what you're planting, it will require these minerals, you have to supplement that. So yeah, so basically also that's one of the things that maybe people can do when they are starting. Also now we came to involve the agronomist much later. Yeah, and we saw changes, of course,
in the farm. Love it.
Yeah. Also, when it comes to avocado farming, I think one other thing that happened is I think we loved the trees so much. What I mean by by saying that is we were so happy to see the growth, really. So we didn't, when people were telling us you should prune your trees, we were like, no.
Attachment.
No. I just saw this growth and now you're telling me I need to prune, and it did not sit well with us at the time. But later on, if we established an orchard right now, another orchard, I would start pruning from the word go, so that it takes the right shape. Yeah. So I think also that's one of the other things that we would do different.
You do different?
Yeah.
Appreciate that. All right. From avocados, where does the journey take us?
So now we are doing avocados. So when you're doing avocados, my husband and I, again, we say, since we are now, once you start growing something, you must start thinking about the market.
Yes.
Where will I go to the market? So we started looking for market, and Lynn, our trees have not even started fruiting. They're even so tiny, and we are already thinking about the market.
Yes.
So we thought, since our parents have avocados, we are going to harvest those avocados and try to take them to the market so that we try to test the market very early on. And that's what we do. We harvest the avocados in my parents' farm. We take them to the market. It's so funny how everything, you see, once you start something, Lynn, God aligns the right people for you.
Good.
When you need them, God just aligns them. So we have taken these avocados to sell, and then there is this guy we had seen on YouTube. And then my husband tells me, this is the guy. Then I'm telling him, let's talk to him. Let's tell him how much you have seen his farm and we admire him. We crack a conversation with him, and then we just become friends from the word go. And now, Mark, you know, this guy we have met, he's farming also in Moya.
Yes.
So this is now even a perfect fit because we are farming in the same climatical condition. So we get to share our journey. He gets to share his journey. We get to now, at this point, you're like, this is the problem we are facing. Yeah, I faced that also, and this is what I did.
Yes.
Yeah, so at least now you have like-minded people in your corner.
You have a community.
Yeah, and that's also very important, to build the community around the people you're doing the same thing.
Yes.
Because trust you me, you will learn a lot, especially once people know you're doing the same thing, they don't get keep. Also, if people see you are intentional about what you're doing, they are not really mean with the information.
Yes.
They'll just give you the information you need. So we organize a visit to his farm. He takes us throughout his farm. We see avocados. And then something stands out. In his farm, right at the corner, there's a very big, at this point I'm saying banana because
you
I
don't
can
know
see
it's
I don't know. So I'm like, what kind of banana is this? It was huge. It was this type now. And you see, this is something I had never seen. So we are so invested, like, what's this? It was ripening. The birds had already started eating it.
Yeah.
So we are like, why are you then leaving it for the birds? Then he's like, this is called plantain. You have to wait for it to ripen before you cook it. And then it was like, it was so mind-blowing at the point. What do you mean you can cook ripe but bananas? What do you mean?
What are you saying? Oh, Kellen.
Yeah, so Makio, the whole time tukipita Kiambu Road, tunaona gari zimeandikwa plantain. And then we are like, is this like the posh name of bananas nowadays?
So you're like, this is the home of posh bananas?
These people just being fancy. Or what do you mean you're calling bananas plantain?
Yes.
I actually see a lot of comments on my videos today, people saying like, why are you calling bananas plantain, Kellen? And then I'm like, yo, guys, these are plantains.
Yeah.
You have to explain. So he explains to us and we picked an interest. The guy didn't actually know we have picked interest. When we came back, my husband tells me, we have to look for the seedlings to that thing. It was so interesting. And I'm like, yeah, I was thinking the same. So we go now into digging. You know, social media, it has everything.
Yes.
And this is how we end up finding someone who had them. We travel all the way to where he was. We buy 4 suckers for testing. And we come, we plant.
What's a sucker for someone that might be?
For someone who is asking,
yes.
A plantain sucker is the stem that you plant. So if you have seen bananas, then you know bananas removes a lot of shoots from all directions.
Yes.
So that those shoots, they are classified into 2 types. So basically, you have the tiny one and you have the big one.
Yes.
So what people don't know, you know, I sell suckers, Lynn, and one thing people keep trying to say is, I want the big one. I want the big one. If it's not big, it will dry. And I'm telling you, that's not the case. First of all, that's a myth. Because even if you buy a sucker which is this size, a plantain sucker, and you take care of it, it's even chances of it maturing at the same time with the big one are the same. Yeah, that's such a fun fact that people don't know. So yeah, we buy the suckers, we plant them in the avocado orchard, yeah, and they grow. Lynn, at this point, when they start becoming big, it's still mind-blowing, like this is such a big thing. At this point, avocados have already started, they have already become ready and they are ready for harvesting.
Yes.
So at this point, we have already started going to the market to sell avocados. Also, a lot of people I know will be asking, like, when it comes to avocados, do you focus on the export market? Do you focus on the local market? So basically, both are equally good. And that's from my point of view, because I'm speaking from what I've seen.
From experience?
Yeah, from experience. You see, sometimes, Lynn, when it comes to the export market, it favors the exporters, right? When you have the company, from the farm to the company you're exporting, it favors you.
Yeah.
But you as the farmer, if it's just your product, then sometimes the rates that they offer, they don't even match up the rates at the local market. Because first of all, people love Hass avocados.
Yes.
Also, something that I've seen is Kenyans appreciate quality
avocado. You do Hass avocado.
Yeah, Hass avocados.
Yes.
They have a very small, tiny seed. So when you cut, and then the fat content, it's very high. So when you eat them, it's like you're eating butter, Lynn.
Yes.
By the time we are taking the avocados to the market, we had planted pawpaws as well. So we had planted pawpaws. Now we are taking the pawpaws and the avocados to the market. People are buying. Someone says, I've never tried your avocados, so I'll just buy a few pieces. If they are good, I'll come for more.
Yeah.
And then people are going, the next time they come, they are like, pack for me 2K, avocado ya 2K. Watoto wanalia wanataka tu hizo avocado. And it was so interesting.
Yeah.
So at this point, the plantains that we planted have started bearing the plantain. So at this point, they are just for our own consumption. So when we go to the market, we are trying to put them aside so that we sell these other things. And now people are coming. Someone is supposed to be buying pawpaws
and avocados.
But they're like, no, I want that one. And I'm like, guys, this is for our own consumption. And they're like, no, name your price, I'll match it, just sell me.
Wow.
And then we are like, what's happening? What's the fuss about this thing?
These posh bananas.
Yeah, what's the fuss about? So we found that anytime we'd go to the market with plantain and we put it aside, it would actually be bought fast. We actually ended up even not having enough of our own consumption, Lynn. Because now at this point, people just want the plantain.
Okay.
So we started doing research, because, I mean, this thing, at this point, we have even started interacting with the vendors who sell plantains. I'm like, how is the market? Where do you outsource these things? Okay. And they are like, let me tell you something. People love plantains. There are not enough plantains. And it was the truth, because anytime we'd go, we'd stay like, we have not seen any plantain vendor for like a whole month. And when they come, their stock is kidogo, and then it's just bought and it ends. So we are like, if the demand of plantains is so high, why are no people planting plantains?
Yes.
So again, we dive into the research. We start researching. We find, first of all, that when it comes to plantain, most of the people have one variety. This is the French variety. I think in the farm we will come to realize, so far we have 4 varieties. We have the Mkono Tembo Longhorn, Mkono Tembo Shorthorn, we have the Congo Giant, and we have the French variety. Okay, people will be asking, so how do you know the difference? It's so different, because like this one, this is the Mkono Tembo Longhorn, and we have actually some Mkono Tembo which get longer than this.
Than this one?
Yeah.
You have a plantain longer than this?
Yeah.
It's going...
Because there are some Mkono Tembo Longhorn, which one can weigh up to 1.5 kgs.
Oh.
Yeah. No, you can imagine. 1.5 kgs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now people will be like, why am I buying this? Just one?
Yes.
By the way, when it comes to plantain, something people don't know is that they produce, like this one, you'll find it's produced just this one bunch. So the whole plant will produce just this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Again. Now that's complete.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's complete. We are not waiting for the banana like this.
No, nothing else.
Okay.
Just that.
All right.
So you can imagine you have waited for your a whole year, you have that one bunch. Yeah, so yeah, basically that's it. So you have the 4 varieties. They differ in sizes. You'll see throughout the farm, the Congo Giant is slightly shorter, but not so short. Yani, they vary in sizes. The French variety is basically, that one looked like the normal banana because the plantains don't have that thing the bananas have. Purple
the
thing.
Purple one.
Yeah, plantains don't normally have that, except the French variety. These other ones, they don't have that, which is so interesting, by the way. So yeah, we have we have those 4 varieties. We are at the outsourcing stage. We start outsourcing. Now it's such a task because what the farmers have, I don't want that. I want these other big varieties. So, as you know, God works in mysterious ways, right?
Of course.
We are doing our research. We just enter in one farm like this. It has plantains, and we tell the farmer, hey, we love what you have. We'd like some plantain suckers to plant and whatnot. And everything just intertwined at that time. This guy, he has given up in plantain farming. In fact, he's jetting out of the country, and he wants to finish. He does not want to leave the farm with anything.
Yeah, he wants to clear it.
He wants to clear the farm. And we are like, okay, we'll take everything. Just tell us how much you're selling, and then we'll just agree to agree. So this guy
just agree to agree.
Yeah, because at this point we need them.
Need it.
We really need to establish this thing. So we need these suckers. So he tells us, I'll sell you at 650 per stem. Yeah, Lynn, mgomba moja.
One. And you need like how many?
Just leave.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay, let me drink my waters. Wait. 1 at 650.
At 650. Now we go back. We sit. We are like, hey, this investment. We don't have water. We have not even started preparing the land. We have not done anything.
Now you are moving into a new.
Yeah,
here.
We are moving out now to this land. Yeah, so this is completely different. Yeah, so we have to start everything afresh from the borehole, elevating the tanks, buying the tanks, the solar system, everything from the what. So we are like, first, okay, we really need this thing. We have done our research. This market will sell. YOLO. You only live once, Lynn. How bad can it get?
Yeah.
If we exhaust this money, we can always go back to our parents' house and
get alone.
No, at this point, we are like, if we just have food, even if we use all the money we have and we just have food, we can survive.
Of course.
Right? Farming is more important.
Yes. And it will bear fruits. It's just a matter of time, right?
So yeah, we go back to him, we negotiate. But now we reached to this point, we just want 600 and that's it. So we are like, aya, haidhuru, we'll take them.
Yes.
But first of all, we have to prepare the land. So at this point, maybe when the journey is starting lean, it's so different. Right now you can see a fully like ongoing project, but this land was bare. It was dry. It needed preparations. We start analyzing the cost. So when it comes to plantains, you have to dig a 2 by 2 by 2 hole. Then you won't refill like the avocados. This one you can plant it in the hole.
Okay.
So we start analyzing the number of holes we need. We call some local guys to inquire about the cost. They are charging 200 per hole.
Hey.
Lynn,
Hey.
200. You need more than 2,000 holes.
Yay.
This is too much money. We have to find something cheaper. So by the way, you notice that we have done rows.
Yes.
Yeah, we did not do the holes. So we hired a tractor. By that time, we didn't even have something like a tractor or something. So we had to hire. We measured every row, every column. We call the guys to drill the well. We drill. We test everything, and then now we start fencing. No. We didn't fence first. First we planted. So we went tukatoanisha shamba ya mtu wa watu, tukachukua sakazi zote, tukakauntiwa ni pesa ngapi.
One by one.
One by one. Lynn. By the way, we sell plantain suckers at 500 shillings.
And you bought at 6, so.
Yeah. Unajua tulisema, wacha tuwakatie hiyo mia.
So you encourage.
To encourage more people to buy. So we start the planting process. We plant. Ungetuona huku Lynn tukimesha every hole to be precise where we want it. You know, my husband is a perfectionist.
Yes,
so
I noticed.
So ungenipata huku na lime, everyone na kamba, na tape measure this length. By the way, if you're planting plantains, you should do 2 meters. Some people do 2 meters by 2 meters, but I would prefer 2 meters by 3 meters to give them enough space.
2 on the
columns, 2, the rows 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the best. Because also you want them to have room to
blossom.
Yeah, to blossom and bear as big fruits as possible to explore their potential. Yes.
And not compete for the nutrients.
Yeah. So we start planting. By this time we have learned the lessons from the avocados, so we are not doing things the kienyeji way. First we have to make sure we have secured the water and everything before we plant. We plant, we start installing the drip. One thing for sure is this place we installed the drips, my husband and I. Because you remember from the avocado, we were taught everything.
Yes.
So at this point, we don't even need anyone. We are good to go. We install the drips. Mark now, Lynn, at this point, this is a bit easier for us because avocados have already started streaming some cash in. So this is not like the avocado you are chucking. At least you're chucking, but there is money coming in from the avocados. One of the challenges we started experiencing is once they started removing the leaves, there were a lot of armyworm, but they were really being eaten. But this time we have agronomists which we work hand in hand with, that tuachi nyuma every step of the way. So yeah, we basically get recommendation of what to do, the nutrients we need to add. Yeah, and basically I think one of the most flawless journey has been plantain. Plantains hazijatupea stress. Zimekuwa tu just a smooth ride. No a lot of challenges and whatnot. Yeah. So we get into the market. We love the market.
You love the market.
I mean,
I get you.
The market loves us.
Okay.
We can't complain.
Okay.
Really, you know, these are some of the biggest day of the farm, because imagine you farm and you don't have people to sell your product to. Not even selling your product. You take your product to the market and people don't like it. So you can imagine.
You can imagine the frustration.
The frustration. Yeah.
Yes.
So the market is there for the plantains. We actually have not even been able to satisfy the market.
Wow, the demand is high.
The demand is so high. Like now, we have been in the farm for the last whole week, and people have been on our case. Like, guys, when are you bringing the plantains? We need plantains. As I said earlier, Kenyans love quality product. That's one of the things that I've found about Kenyans. Ati ukiwapelekea kitu mzuri, wataipenda, and they are willing to reach the kufika bei.
Yes.
Wako willing kufika bei.
Guys, I know tunaendelea na show, but there's something very important I want Kellen to explain to us so that we understand how can one sucker maybe give birth to all these suckers. And once you cut the plantain, where does this go? So maybe Kellen, could you walk us through? You planted only one sucker
Okay,
here.
so basically, as you can see, I don't know if you can see this mark here.
Yeah.
So this is was the original sucker. I think by now you can see we have already gotten rid of it.
Yes.
But this is what we planted. So once you plant, it will take you around 10 months for you to start eating your plantain.
Okay.
Like basically 8 months to 10 months, 1 year, you have already taken your first plantain.
All right.
So once you harvest it, at first you don't harvest all of it. You cut it at this length.
All right.
So this one, you can feed it to the animal or whatever, but you leave this stump.
Yes.
This stump helps grow these ones.
All right.
In a layer hawa. So this one was a product of this one.
Yes.
And you can see now this one has already, the original we already sold. This one we are about to harvest it in a few months or so. And then now it will bring these others.
Okay.
So the beauty of it, Lynn, is once you plant one, you will get more. Many as you want.
Yeah.
But you have to note one thing. You're supposed to have 3 to 4 pieces. Like you see now here, we have excess. But that's because we are selling suckers. And also because it's the rainy season and there are many. So once the rainy season is done, we are going to get rid of all the extras and remain with only 4.
Okay.
That will help to reduce the competition so that you can get quality plantain.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe now the last question before we go back to what we are talking about. How do you know it's time to harvest? How do you know now this is quality plantain for me to harvest and take it to the market?
Okay, so Lynn, I think that's the tricky part because I think even most farmers have not yet cracked that. And that's why you find most of the products, especially plantains, the ones which are in the market, hazijakoma, they are not ready. But you should wait for your plantain ikomae kabisa. I think when you know, you know. I think because of experience, I can pinpoint a plantain when it's ready. Lakini ikwe imekoma, unaona, you see even the end is full, it has turned, and even sometimes we wait for it to ripen.
Yes.
I think if you see some of our videos in TikTok, there are plantains which ripen when they are up there.
Yes.
Akunanga shida, as long as you handle well while harvesting and transporting, it's perfect.
Okay. But I can see from your original sucker, you already have this.
Yeah.
Is this something you would encourage people? And maybe this part only, how much money can I earn as a farmer?
That's a very interesting question, Lynn.
Yes.
So basically, you see, let's say you are a farmer. You don't want the hassles of going to the market, selling and whatnot. So the broker comes, you sell them at 100 or 120 per kg.
Yeah.
So this one thing, it's likely to be around minimum 15 kgs.
Yes.
Haiwezi enda chini. And if you're feeding them well, bro, this one will even go up to 25, 30.
Yes.
So let's do the math with 15. So 15 times, okay, wewe ukienda kujiuzia, hata uzia, we sell, kama sisi we sell at 240 per kg. So 240 per kg times 15. That is 3,600. Lynn, kwa 3,600 ushatoa 500 yenye ulishanunua mgomba. I think hadi hizo zingine zote, all the cost, you have even taken your profit, si ndio?
Yes.
And then apart from that, ikulele hawa wote.
Yes.
In the plantain which is waiting to bloom, we have this one, we have this one.
We have this one,
Suckers.
we have this one, we have this
So
one.
even if you plant, if you plant 10,
Yeah.
and you get 15 kgs each, that is basically like 36 kg.
Yes. In one.
Hivyo tu,
Yeah.
moja tu.
Yes.
Na hizo zingine hazijakuja. Sasa hebu imagine hii kitu itawahi kuletea even more than 10 suckers. If you want to expand even your farm, you don't have to necessarily buy hundreds of them.
Suckers.
If you start with 10, how many suckers are here, Lynn?
Imagine one has already given us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
11.
So you can imagine you also have those suckers so you can expand your farm.
Yes.
Yeah. So if money is, you can't afford a lot of
Suckers.
suckers, you just start with the few you can afford. They are likely to bring much more suckers to expand your farm.
All right.
That's why we are saying you just start.
Good.
Everything will align.
Ona aka venye kameja.
Hey, imagine.
Guy, oneni aka. Wait, guys. Just give commercial break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guy, nimengoa. 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's the original. 11.
Yeah. One thing now, the challenge comes here. These plantains, there are so many.
Yeah.
Buying manure, it's becoming too costly, because if there's something that plantains love, it's water and manure.
You gotta feed them.
Water. I actually keep telling people, if you buy the plantain suckers, make sure you have water and manure. If you don't have water, please, hata nikikuzia itaenda ukauke, then you blame me. I don't want that. So first of all, make sure you have water.
Yes.
Also make sure you have manure. 1 lorry of manure will get here at 55,000. Yeah. To feed this farm, I feel like you need like 6 lorries.
Yes.
That's too much.
And it's for a duration of the whole year.
Yeah. No, that is not the whole year. You have to feed it like 4 times a year.
Yes.
So you see, manure has become now costly. So we start thinking now, we really need to find manure, because this business of manure, it's becoming too much.
Can finish us.
Yeah. We have to find a solution. And at this point now, we are watching a lot. We are doing our research on dorper farming.
Yes.
We actually saw your interview, one of your interviews on dorper farming, which was so enlightening. We actually paid that farmer a visit.
Capri.
Yeah, we went for a farm visit there. We learned a lot of stuff. But then let me tell you something. Farm visits will humble you. How will they humble you? You think you have everything figured out, and then when you go for the farm visit, you find you don't have anything figured out.
Can I tell you the truth? That's how they are you guys are humbling us right now.
Oh no.
Every time we go to a farm, me and my partner later we are like, guy, uliona hata wako na tractor.
Oh my
Hata
God.
wako na Holland. Uliona, they have a storage. You see, like now when we just came here, we just told each other, hey, he was like, that's the storage. Hey, me, I was just laughing.
Oh my God.
You are right. Farm visits, they really do a good one on you, but you learn a lot.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Once you go, you get to learn a lot. First of all, we came to realize one thing we had not even figured out is we really needed, like, if we had to start this project, we had to be well prepared with the feeds.
Yes.
The feeds, lazima, you must have silage, you must have hay to feed your animals. We didn't have that. We were just thinking, how bad can it be? So he really did a number on us, because when he came back, we were even mad, like, yo, no, that's too much.
Too much, man.
You know, at this point, you have started building the structure, but it was so enlightening. We came to learn now, dorper seed, dorper 2. You have to look at what you want to farm. You have to figure out if you want to do dorper farming for the meat. Do you want to do it for the breed? You come to realize that the good breeds, they are expensive, but now they are the best, because by the end of the day, they grow so much fast. They can weigh so many kgs and whatnot. So now we dive into more research, where to find these dorpers and whatnot. Yeah, and so after doing so much research, we started. So at this point, we have done our, you will see our story, our silage storages. We have done that. We have stored. We are thinking we are set. We have taken our dorpers in, and we are thinking now we are set.
Manure iko.
Manure iko sawa. Feeds ziko sawa. Let me tell you, Lynn, halfway there, silage yetu inaisha. You have the animals, you don't have the silage.
You were buying, or you have land.
At that point, we had planted. Now we thought we had enough.
Na zinakula tu.
Zinakula tu. Unashanga, hii kitu inaisha tu. And you know, this place, once a season passes you, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's why you have to be so invested. Like, if the rains come in, if the rains set in, you have like to plant and be ready. So at this point, we have not even planted a lot.
Yes.
We just filled the silage, and we thought we are good to go. Hii season inaendelea, hii silage inaisha. What do you mean now? Now we had to go back to the drawing board and buy. Buying silage is expensive. Actually, I would not even recommend that, guys. But if you have the chance, just plant the thing yourself. So that is one of the challenges that we faced in the dorper. Of course, we had done our research and we had calculated. Like you can't avoid some things.
Yes.
Some things you can't foresee because like now our silage, what happened is most of it iliharibika. Because the people who did the silage for us, they were not good per se. Lakini sasa these are the things you learn. You have to learn now how to make it. So that now even when people come, even if you have professionals coming to prepare the silage for you, you know how it's prepared. So you can direct like do this. No. If you do that, this will happen. If you do that,
this will happen.
This will happen. So I think that's what did a number of on us. The silage ikaharibika like half of it. So by the time we are getting halfway through the season, silage imeisha. So we had to now to buy. Lakini that one we took the lesson, and right now we have planted so much more. Now we have to make sure by the time a season is ending, we have like silage more than a year. Like now we are sorted. By the time this in like 1 month when we'll be doing the silage, because now we are expecting to be harvesting, wilting, and going on with the process of the preparation within like a month. But now from a month, we'll have feeds for like 1 year and a half.
Yes.
Yeah, we make sure our animals are fed like for 1 year and a half. Even if we have to add more bunkers and whatnot.
You'll do that.
Yeah, you have to be prepared at all costs. Yeah, so that was one of them. So we start the project. At this point, people are asking me, do you have any challenges? I'm like, nah, this is a walk in the park. I'm acing it.
Hey.
You see now, when you think you have everything
figured out, another problem. Hey, lakini farming is just a patience journey, man.
It is.
Aye.
Learn, you take the lessons where you have to take the lessons.
And you move on.
Yeah, and you don't take the L's too seriously.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah,
too.
don't. If you do that, then you might give up on farming. I think most of the people who have given up on farming just took the 1 L and they were like, no,
This ain't it.
I can't do this. But I mean, if you have some wins, if they are balancing, well and good. Yeah, basically, as long as you're doing what makes you happy.
Yes.
So at this point, the dorper sheep. So when we get there, first of all, our one major issue became that the ram we had bought from a very good breeder. It was imported and whatnot. Basically, this guy was so unprofessional because what he did, he sold us a ram because he knew it was somehow old and it could not serve many ewes. Now you see, so you have come, you have prepared your ewes, you have put the ram there for the serving. You have put it there for the serving, and now this guy, he's serving, yes. He's serving. And you know now what's crazy about this is if someone sells you such a ram, you can't tell. You can't tell until you have waited, you have taken the 45 rams. By the way, we put the ram to the ewes for 45 days. Then after that, now you wait.
Yes.
And then now you'll start the lambing season at probably 6 months. So at now these 6 months, now this is the time you're like, oh dear,
what's happening?
Some of these things were not pregnant. What was happening? out of these lot, the 40 lot, only 10 have given birth.
Oh yes.
The level was low. Because it's old. Yeah, so that was one of the curveballs that hit us hard until we were like,
Yeah, and I can imagine importing a ram. Those things are... Do you mind telling us how much, just for the sake of... Because I know dorper sheep are not a joke. How much did you import yours for?
250K.
I know.
Yeah, so you can imagine. So now you have now to start outsourcing another ram and whatnot. So you can imagine. So that one, it hit us by surprise. But what do
So
we?
you got another one?
We move on. Yeah, we got
Okay.
another one.
Yeah.
And also now, because we also want to improve the breeds of this farm kabisa before we start. People have been asking, do you sell ewes or rams? Right now we are not selling. Because first of all, you want to make sure, first of all, we have the good breeds.
Yes.
Also, I would not like to see what happened to me happen to someone else. So basically, like selling someone something which is not old, or selling something which we know it's not per code. And you know, you're buying something, a big amount of money,
It's
and
an
then
investment.
yeah, it's a big investment, and then it fails you. So yeah, that was such a huge setback.
Yeah.
And I would not like to see someone go through that. So first of all, we'll have to make sure everything is okay before we start selling our ewes or our rams.
Okay, can I ask, because you imported another one, so now how did you know the one you've imported is the right one? Am I gonna hire, I'm just gonna call them spams, because it's spams though, it gonna higher spam level? How now did you get
now
to that?
Something that I have realized is, first of all, you have to buy something from from a reputable source. Yeah, so we made sure, first of all, the thing we're buying, it's from a well-known person, Mickey Phillips.
Okay.
Yeah, and also, you know, when you're doing your research before you bid and all that, you have to make sure the number of months, so like it's still young. And you know, these reputable people who sell the dorpers, they are upfront with the information. They are not trying to dive. And you know, such a person is someone you have done research, and you know
That's
that
in South Africa?
Yeah. And you know that they have never failed.
Yes.
So yeah, so you're like, yeah, this is what I want.
Reputability.
Reputable. Yeah. And basically, also something I'd actually would like to urge all those people who are doing dorper sheep farming, kindly, please, usifunike mtu. Don't be that guy who makes farming look bad to someone else, ama who makes someone goes through a lot. If you know something, it's not
good quality,
it's not good quality, just say
Sai
it.
bu tuambie we ya kwanza ulinunua wapi ndio tusinunue huko. No, Kellen is saying, Ama Sam, see, she said that.
No, don't put me on the blast there. Anyway, no hard feelings. You know, one thing I've learned in farming is I cannot afford to have hard feelings.
Yes.
You see, even the guy, right now, we can even go out and
you laugh
about it.
But let him know his nini was not good. Sindio? No, don't blast him. I wouldn't
blast
want,
him.
but I know he's picked it.
No, but we have talked.
You gave that feedback to him.
For sure.
Good.
They know, they promise to change. So
Good.
probably, hopefully they'll change. So basically, like, if you're doing dorper farming, like, make sure you sell quality product. If you know your product is not quality, then, I mean, just say.
So dorpership has been a good journey.
Yeah, it has been.
All right.
We have had a few challenges here and there, but we have been having fun with this.
Yes.
Enjoying every step of the way. Because you see, like now when dorpers came, and then we stayed, now they started getting the fur, and now we are thinking we have to share. Lynn, that is another whole interesting experience, because it was my husband and I first trying to shave. Yeah.
You shaved?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Go on, shave.
I'm telling you, if you find me in the natural now doing the thing,
in your element,
you won't even believe it's the same girl. I'm so hands-on.
All right.
Because also we like being involved in everything.
Yes.
Because one thing we realized is, when you are running a farm, you can't run it like you're telling people to do something you don't know how to do. Not only that, also in order to give people directions, you have to know what you want.
Yes.
You have to be able to show this is what I want. Yeah, otherwise people will just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So you could find us sharing, doing all that. Yeah, it has been fun. So when it comes to dorper feeding, one thing we came to realize, every farmer has a very different feeding method.
Okay.
So one thing we have really been working on our feeding system, because now you see sometimes what works for you may not work for me. What works for the other farmer may not work for them. But basically, this is a journey where you have to brainstorm with people. You have to hear what people are doing, what you're doing, so that now you can settle on what you'll be doing. You feed this, then after like a month, you see how they are reacting, then you know this is not happening. So once we started, really we were struggling with the feeding.
Yes.
We had not figured out what our dorpers were comfortable with and whatnot, but right now we have that figured out. We feed silage and hay. The hay, it's chopped into tiny pieces, it's mixed with the silage. As we are feeding, one thing you'll notice is our silage, it's not only corn silage, we also mix the sunflowers. I think you'll see a lot of sunflowers in our farm, because that's a protein source for our animals. So we invest in...
Oh, the sunflower, it's protein source.
It has like 30% protein content. So that's high, and that's good for the animals, for the protein. Also for the protein, we have the Australian purple napier. I think you will see it at some point, and also the super napier. So those are some of the feeds that we include in the diet of our animals. They have access to clean water 24/7.
Lovely.
Yeah, and they also have the boozy leak. The dorpers, they have the soil that they are supposed to leak, which has certain minerals, and it should not have these other minerals. So it's a whole process. We have learned a lot. Yeah, so basically, yeah, those are some of the things that we have been doing, enjoying every process of the way, enjoying them. I actually even know how to dock right now. Docking, you cut the tail.
Oh, docking is cutting the tail.
Yeah, you should do it when the young one, it's before it reaches 7 days.
Yes.
We are really looking to expand I had said we are looking to expand the breeding. We are looking for quality, because by the time we get into the market, we want to make sure the things you are selling people,
you are known for quality.
Yeah, we keep updating people on our socials. Once we are open for the market, and once I'm so sure the things I'm bringing to the market, they are the best, then we'll be in business.
So the sunflower is mainly for the sheep. You're not thinking of pressing it into oil, or?
Honestly, Lynn, as you have seen from our farm, every step leads to another step. So you can never say no. You never know where the future will take us. So we are open to whatever the future takes us.
All right.
Yeah.
For the crops, you have an agronomist. Do you have a vet for the sheep?
Yeah, actually, one thing I realized is once you start the animal business, especially, by the end of the day, what I've learned and what my husband has learned, it has nothing to do with animals. And these are very sensitive things. So, of course, you need someone with that knowledge who will be helping you out. We actually have 2 veterinaries whom they come to see the animals anytime. In case there is any tiny bit happening with the animals, they are there. Of course, also, with the vets, you have to make sure, like, the deworming of the animals, it's per month. It has to be scheduled. We have the bookkeeping. Everything is on record.
Good.
We have to make sure we are doing the right thing at the right time. So we even have those vets who come in for the vaccinations. You have to make sure your dorpers are vaccinated, because you don't want this disease to come and it sweeps up or the whole of your stock. So you have that, regular checkups and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in order.
Love it. You are into farming right now, but of course you did mention about you and your partner being in campus. Maybe just asking, what did you study and how has it helped you in this farming journey right now?
We met in campus. At that time, I was studying English literature.
Yeah.
And my husband was studying mechanical engineering. So for me, English literature, maybe it helps when I come, I'm the face here, trying to put everything together.
Teacher Kellen.
And kiddos are very organized, by the way.
You see now, you see exactly.
Also, for my husband now, the mechanical engineer, basically in the farm we have very many tools. We have like tractors, we have very many machines, because when it comes to like silage, we are the ones doing the whole thing from harvesting, processing to the filling, the bunkers. So you can you can see how mechanical engineering can come in play in that.
Yes.
All the tools, when it comes to shearing the sheep, everything, when it comes to unscrewing all those machines, he got you.
Yeah.
Actually, he's the one who does most of those things. Yeah, so yeah.
No knowledge goes to waste.
Yeah, so that has come into play. Lakini, basically what you say, whatever you learned in school, really, it's just a key. They say, when you're given the powers, you're given the powers to do anything. You get what you get in school, then you go out there, wherever life takes you, you take pride in, you embrace it and take pride in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's good to know, and thank you for sharing that. One of the things I'm loving is how you're insisting on quality, because again, I see you're very intentional, even with the manure. Do you apply any chemicals, and how do you make sure that whatever is reaching me as the end consumer, me as the person buying from the edibles, is safe for me to consume?
You know, Lynn, first of all, but one of the things why we started farming is because we wanted to make sure whatever we are comfortable eating, it's what we are bringing to the market. So anything I'm not comfortable eating, I would not like you to eat that thing, Lynn.
Yes.
So first of all, if it comes to manure, by the way, manure sasa iko kwa wingi. Yeah, so we take manure, we compost it, and then it's ready for applying.
Yes.
The dorper project has been ongoing for a while, so we have actually managed to feed all the plantains
through the dorpers.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We don't use any chemicals on our plantains.
Wow.
It's water, manure.
Purely
what
organic.
Purely organic. What we are feeding the dorpers, we don't use chemicals and whatnot. What we are taking to the plantains, everything intertwines so well. So I'm bringing to the market quality stuff and something which is organic and good for consumption.
Thank you, Kellen, because I know maybe to address those who are trying organic farming, basically that's what we are doing in our farm. But I can't help the many people who also tell me, Lynn, we would love to try organic, but it's expensive. Is that something you've experienced, and have you ever felt the need to do away with organic and go the other way?
You know, I think, once you realize that the market is accommodating the quality and organic products, then it becomes easy to deal with them.
Yes.
There are some people who will complain, like if you find most people are okay and ready to kufika bei, to reach the price for that product, then you're like, well and good. But of course, there are those challenges of people who will question that. They want the product at a cheap price, but it can't accommodate that because the input is
a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah, and you don't want to compromise on that, and now end up taking something which is not as part to the market. So yeah, we appreciate all those guys who are willing to go
organic
go organic way, and they are willing to get to the price of that commodity at that price. Yeah.
Maybe another question I might ask before we wind up. I'm looking at you and your partner. He's right there, just even encouraging you and telling you, you got this, But you guys have really worked together for a long time. How has it been, your life partner being your business partner, and challenges? How do you handle that? And maybe this is for people who are running farms together as a couple.
Okay. So, Lynn, first of all, let me say it has been, for the most part, it's smooth because, when you're having your business partner, you also know whatever they are suggesting, they would not be bringing any ill intention to that. So, any suggestion that's coming, it's pure. Coming from a pure place, from a place of love, and from a place of we need to improve on this, we need to improve on this. So anytime, even if we disagree on something, there's that grace you're extending someone. I know you want what's best for us. I know you want what's best for the farm. So yeah, it has been smooth.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
been
and
wonderful.
when you know both of you are you really love something, you want what's best for it, then you know, yeah, we have to work. Everyone is working towards bringing the whole full picture in place. Yeah, and before I forget, Lynn, you know, I've forgotten, we also have started another project.
Oh, really?
Now you see,
Okay.
when we started doing now the dorpers, because of the main point why we started the dorper farming was because we needed the manure
For the farm.
Yeah, for the farm. So once we started now the harvesting plantains, we also realized we also have a lot of green matter. And you know, dorpers don't consume green matter and whatnot. So we needed to find something that we can feed some, we can wield some these easy ninizotes a plantain. We need someone to do that.
Yeah.
And that's when the idea of bull fattening came in play.
Oh, bull fattening.
Oh, yeah.
This is good food.
We had forgotten we had even bulls.
You had bulls. Kellen, si pia mimi niweke huku basi. You had bulls.
We have bulls.
You have, not that you had.
We have.
Oh.
I did not mention.
No, honey. You mentioned it. I thought you were even speaking in past tense.
Oh, no.
Bulls.
Corner bulls.
Okay.
Because we realized now we have something, we need something to consume all this.
Yeah.
Then now we came up with the idea of bull fattening.
Okay.
So that is our newfound love.
Wow.
Our newest project in the farm.
Yes.
We have some bulls that we are fattening, and in return we are getting lots and lots of manure.
Yes.
So the manure here, it's in plenty. Basically right now we are enjoying the manure.
Yes.
Then in fullness of time we'll start enjoying meat.
Yeah,
because that's the end goal.
The good quality
Good quality meat.
Straight from the farm.
Straight from the farm.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is something we have started, and we can't wait to see where that takes us as well.
You know what I'm loving about your journey? One thing gives birth to another.
Oh, yeah.
One thing, you keep pivoting and pivoting and pivoting.
Yeah.
And I honestly can't wait to see the next stage. Like, I can't wait now to see from the bulls, of course, the meat.
Yeah.
And then now after you're done with that, what else will you do? Like, how does the vision look like for this farm?
So first of all, what we have realized, sometimes you have to be open.
Yes.
Always be open for what's coming. Because, you know, sometimes you might miss some, if you're stuck to a certain thing, you might miss some opportunities here and there.
Yes.
So at this point, really, there's a lot, we have a lot that we'd expect from this farm, but I can't say it.
It's okay.
I can't say it all, lakini I can tell you for sure the future is bright.
Yes.
Lynn, I think you'll be consuming so many even things from our farm without you. Just wait.
And I'm
in
here
fullness,
for it.
in fullness of time,
Yes.
you'll get to experience that.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely here for it. Maybe another thing we can touch on, I see you have solar. Are you purely off-grid? How do you make sure that, you know, your power and water is sufficient for the farm?
Actually, we have solar. Everything is solar. We have electricity for backup, but we don't use because we are mainly on solar.
And it's enough.
It's enough. You know, here, one thing about it is we have so much sun. The sun is too much, so it's enough. It provides us with enough
solar.
Yeah.
Man, you know, when we started, you said something important. Lynn, this place is hot.
It's hot.
When you said this place used to be dry, and now when we take a look and see how beautiful this place is, I think it's an inspiration and an encouragement for many people who are starting from the ground up. Because sometimes, as you said, farmers will take that 1L seriously and they miss out on something beautiful.
For sure.
Are you glad you gave it? Are you glad you stayed?
100%. What are you saying? You just even reminded me. You know, I remember when we were starting the avocado orchard, we also started a bee project. Let me tell you, you know, this place was so dry and there were no bees. We had to buy bees from Gatondo
to bring here.
We started a whole bee project, and now anytime we see a bee and we are like, this is so cool, because now we have experienced pollination. We have seen the joys of the bees. They have multiplied.
Wow.
So many people have even embraced beekeeping.
Beautiful.
So yeah, for something that was lacking and it's now in full play, you get to experience the joys of everything. Yeah.
Love this for you. Mindset wise, being in the farm, maybe away from the city, away from the noise, how has that been like for you?
Oh, it's been beautiful. What do you mean? Let me tell you, because you know, we're still young. So I won't lie that a city is not a big part of us, because even most of our market is there. So we make sure we're in the city, like most of the time we are in the farm.
Yes.
Any free opportunity we get, Lynn, we are in the farm. Because I'm telling you, you get to enjoy yourself. You are just in your happy element when you're in the farm. There's peace, you're calm, no noise, nothing. You get to even think straight. Even when you're trying to make out your next moves, you just need quiet place, cool. I think you can tell from the farm how any walk in the farm, you'll even be getting many ideas on the next step.
Yes.
Yeah, so that has been that.
And it's therapeutic. It's
For
purely
sure.
therapeutic.
For sure.
For people, I see you are very big on TikTok. Honestly, that's where I bumped into you. I was so amazed, you know, for people who have supported this farm, your customers, your clients, and anyone also who is really trying but they are not yet here. What would you tell them?
So for anyone who is trying to get started in farming, just give it a try. Don't think too much about it. You don't have to do something so huge, something so humongous. The journey of a lifetime starts with one step. So the important thing is just starting. Just start with as little as you have, as long as you have the will. Where there's will, there's way.
Yes.
So just start. Yeah.
Good.
Because I'm telling you, when you are starting this in 2021, Lynn, we didn't know like a day like today we'd be here. The whole picture had not come in place. Well, you were thinking maybe I could do this, but you really didn't know how big it would turn out. But here we are. So, and imagine we just took a leap. We just started.
Yes.
Without even water, without anything. And here we are.
It's paying off.
Yeah, you just start.
Just start.
Just start.
Just start.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Kellen. This has been a very beautiful hangout. From the moment we spoke on the phone, when I spoke to you and Sam, I honestly knew we were going to have a very beautiful conversation. Personally, as an upcoming farmer, I'm really inspired. I've learned a lot. Of course, I'm going to go with a few suckers and plant them in our farm, use them as our windbreakers as well. But you've really inspired me, and I hope our audience have been inspired. I want to wind up, but I don't want to do so before you feel umeongea yote, umeshare everything that you wanted to share with your audience. So maybe if there's anything you've left, feel free to talk about it right now, and also remind our audience how they can be able to get in touch with you. Do you also offer farm visits? Can people come to this farm and learn a thing or two? Or how does the whole, you know, how does that look like?
First of all, we are very happy to have you, Lynn, because I'm such a huge fan. That's something maybe I've not told you, but I'm such a huge fan. I started watching you in the kitambo.
Thank you.
I never imagined one day you'd be in my compound. So that is so cool. I'm so happy to have you guys.
Yes.
So also, we do farm visits, by the way, at a fee. We charge 5,000 per head, but 2,500 is redeemable.
Yes.
Yeah, so 5,000 per head, 2,500 is redeemable. This farm visit, you can learn about avocado farming, you learn about plantain farming, you learn about the dorper sheep project, you learn about the bull fattening project. So basically unakuja na maswali zako zote and you're well sorted.
Yes.
Anything you need, we have a one-on-one, unaenda nyumbani ukiwa umefurahia, and when you're ready to pursue that. Also, the reason we are so big on farm visits, and hosting them, it's because also us, where we are right now, it's because of a few farmers who decided to hold our hands. The few people we met, and they were willing to tell us, you're heading towards the wrong way here.
Yes.
Change this. Okay, you need to improve on this. So all this feedback has really been helpful. So that is why we are so big on the farm visits as well.
Yeah.
Because we are also willing, even the young people, you know, I'm so happy because even some of the young people are the ones who are so interested in farm visits. And yeah, that shows you that the future is bright. Because of course the agriculture sector, it's the future of it, because in these times where you don't know where your food is coming from and whatnot, you can trust the people who are doing it the right way.
Yes.
So if we have more people doing the right things, then we are the future is secure. Right?
Good. Right.
Yeah. So also we do sell plantain suckers. These are the plantain stems. Once you start, if you want to start the plantain field, you want to set a plantain field, then you can purchase some plantain suckers, which will only cost you 500 shillings. Yeah. So with that comes the manual, of how you will plant, guide, and how to take care of them.
Okay.
And also, if you are not even ready to come for the farm visit, you can also feel free just to go to the YouTube, which is at the edibles, where we have documented our journey from the start, everything from the start to the end, and you can pick a thing or two.
Okay.
Yeah, information is power.
It's power.
Yeah, so you can pick one or two things from there.
The channel.
Yeah, from the channel. What else have I left out?
Do we have any contact details?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
In our socials, we have on TikTok, you can find us at the edibles. Of course, also we also have at the edibles dorpers, where you can know that is purely dorpers. Also now we have our phone number, our farm line. If you want to get with us, you get in touch with us. Can I give them?
Feel free. It's even on the screen, but repeat it.
The number is 0790 102 375.
Yes.
Yeah. Ukipiga hiyo simu, anyone you get on that side of the call will help you. Yeah.
Good.
Also, I feel like at this point, I'd also want to talk about people who do mobile farming.
Yes. Boy, mobile farming. Good. No, telefarming. Yes. Telefarming. Yeah.
Telefarming. I don't know why I feel the need to touch on this.
Feel free.
I feel the need to touch on this because I have interacted with a few people who are doing this, and I felt the need to talk about it. So guys, of course you could be busy, you are doing telefarming and whatnot, but guys, you have to make sure at least weekly or bi-weekly you visit your farm to see what's going on. We have had an issue with people who planted suckers in the city and at home where they don't go, and the suckers they planted in the city, they did well. The ones which were planted home, they did not do well, because by the end of the day you have to have clear instruction of what needs to be done in order for these things to survive. And then not only that, you need to tell your farm hand or whoever is taking care of your stuff how to do it. So guys, I think kama unafanya telefarming, make sure you communicate well, or at least make sure unaenda kuona whatever is happening, because that is a whole
it's a whole thing on its own.
I have met people who have really been affected in that sector, and I feel like you should at least create time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
To make sure that everything is going all right.
Thank you for that. I always insist. I think every person I'm meeting is hammering that point. Kuna wenye wametendwa pia. So I think the more we keep talking about it, the more awareness we raise. But when you see young people like yourself and your husband, you have said the farm visits, you are also experiencing a lot of young people. When you see young people going back to the land, when you see young people starting to value our soil, the land as a resource, when you see young people doing the whole urban to rural migration, how does that make you feel?
You know, Lynn, growing up, we were made to think that the only life that was life in the city. And basically, I'll even get people commenting like, oh, you're trying to entice us to go back to the farm. We know the farm. Guys, farming is not complicated, because once you set the systems are in place, it runs
On its own.
on its own, guys. Even you're not stuck like in the farm like always 24/7. If you want to have fun, there's time for that. There's time for everything. There's the time you'll be doing a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Like you still have time for all the other things, to enjoy life, to have all the good things in life. But also the farming in itself, it's a good thing in life, because Lynn, the tranquility that comes from staying in this place, I cannot compare it to anything else. It's the best thing ever. So, and I know most of the people, I've met young people, and most of them want to embrace that. And the problem now, they are like, oh, capital, oh, I don't know what. Guys, you just have to start with the little you have. Start with the small project. You know, everything aligns with time. You'll be surprised. You start that thing with 50 by 100. The next time it's funding a half an acre. The next time it's funding a whole acre. Everything, once you start,
in the fullness of time.
Everything aligns in the fullness of time.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kellen. What message do you have to your followers, your clients, everyone that has tasted a product of the edibles? What message do you have for them?
Oh, thank you so much, guys, for this support. Oh my God.
Yes, what may feel. Yes.
We appreciate you so much.
Yes.
Guys, thank you so much, guys, for the support. Of course, the farm would not run without you, so we appreciate you so much. Of course, you know, we got into the market like 2023, basically. So since 2023 up to now, we have been out there selling our farm produce. So I'm sure most people have gotten to enjoy our farm produce. So guys, we appreciate the love. Also, we appreciate the feedback, because this feedback ni yenyewe to keep going.
Yes.
Also, kusikia a compliment. I've met people who have established their orchards because they started following our journey, and they were inspired to establish their orchards. I have people who are saying, now you have started dorpers, we are also starting. So also it's also a very good time to meet you out there. Na msiogope kunipeleka kwa project zenu nikaadmire pia, because it's always a good time to see you. Yeah, we appreciate you.
Good.
Yeah.
And I also appreciate you once again for this opportunity. Honestly, I have had a blast. Sasa inajiuliza hizi plantain takula saa ngapi, like tunazipika saa ngapi. Like now that's where my mind is at. But jokes aside, I've really loved this opportunity. And once again, I want to say thank you to you and Sam opening your farm for us to come and document and have this conversation. And I've said I really benefit a lot even from people like you. I'm learning a lot. I'm picking a lot of things. And I hope even our audience, through these episodes that we are doing, they can be able to pick a thing or two. Do we wind up?
Yeah.
All right. So guys, man, I hope you've had a blast. In the fullness of time. Just like in the fullness of times, things fall, like things come together really well. And I hope if you are starting like we are at Kenya Farm, don't give up. I think I've loved what Kellen has said. Let not one L make you give up on something beautiful. And she has spoken about so many things, and I would want to hear from you on the comment section. What has stood out for you the most? What is your take home? And even if you are looking into walking through this journey, they have farm visits and their details have been on the screen. Call them. This is not an ad, but may always bring you something that I also trust in. The way she believes in her quality, that is how much I trust the guests that I bring on the show. So if you want to come and visit this farm, the contact details are on the screen. You can also find them on YouTube or even on TikTok. Follow them there and just be motivated. If this is something you are starting, even us at Kenya Farm, we are starting. So let us walk through this journey together. I have a goal to bring you as many Kellens and Sams as I can, so that they can be able to inspire you. And I'm happy that is working. I see your emails. I see the comments. I see the feedback. It's been absolutely amazing. And maybe to plug two people that I'm working with, since she mentioned that, the importance of having experts to do irrigation for you. We did that in our farm with AquaHub. Sisemi AquaHub because we are working with them, but it's because through that whole drip irrigation journey, we picked a lot from Wairimu's team. So if you are looking for people to do irrigation on your farm, depending on which irrigation you are thinking about, maybe contact AquaHub. And if you are looking for agronomists, we have the AgroPest Solutions. Also reach out to those guys. They are doing an amazing job in our farm, and I can only wish you the best. Sawa. Matters land, looking for a place to start with. You know, our people at Hekalu, they have properties at Konza. You guys, you saw us tukipanda huko spinach na fruits. I want to go back and see how they are doing. But if you are looking into a place you can invest in Matters land, talk to our people at Hekalu Properties. Team Alfred will plug you with any land they have, and I'm wishing you guys all the best in your farming journey. Sawa sawa. So thank you. I've had a blast. Thank you to my wonderful team as well. It's been an amazing journey traveling across the country, documenting these episodes for you. And also, yeah, thank me for really hosting this wonderful show. All right, see you on the next one. By the way, if you want to share your story, you know where to go. info@lnn.digital or lynn.ngugi@lnn.digital. Send me a summary of your story there, and who knows, we might be visiting your farm on our next episode. Sawa sawa. All right, bye.